Welcome to Kew Gardens, not only for spring 2024. Well, I say spring, it's early blossom, but we're going to bring it to you anyway because it makes you feel all ready for the year. But also, it's for the orchid display this year as well, which comes from Madagascar. So we're going to bring that to you in this video. But before we do, let's go and have a look and see where spring has sprung around Kew Gardens. And if you've not been to Kew before and you're thinking, what is that giant greenhouse? That's the palm house, and it's lovely. Anyway, we're going to put a link to the main video that we've done on Kew Gardens before at the end, and you can see inside there. So also, whilst we're here, you can see some of the trees are in bloom. Others aren't, but a lot of them are, and they're ready to go. Plus, you've got a beautiful blanket of flowers across the grass here as well. Now, we will be doing a spring video for 2024 when the cherry blossom comes out and London really does hit springtime. And actually, we did do Kew Gardens last year at that point. But what we're going to bring you today is things like this, the magnolia trees, which are all budding beautifully. And also, you get those lovely red tingy colours there as well. I'm not sure if it's me, but I don't think I've seen London in spring or starting to come to life already so early in the year. Feels really strange. Do you know what? Kew Gardens is just one of those places that I've now been to quite a few times, and I just love coming back time and time again. You always see something different. Now, we do come here every year for the Christmas lights, which are always spectacular, and each year it just gets better and better. By the way, the tickets for 2024 are out already. Yeah, I've got mine, so get online for that one. By the way, we're not being sponsored by Kew Gardens. This is completely independent. How about those daffs? Don't they look lovely? But it's a fantastic place to come to, and it's easy as well because you can get here on the underground on the district line. Anyway, right, back to spring. This is the stuff that's outside. Hope you're thoroughly enjoying that. And do you know what? Any second now, we're going to dive inside into the Princess of Wales Conservatory, and let's go and look at the orchids for 2024 and the display this year, which is all from Madagascar. Now, can I just say, before we bring you all the beautiful colours of the orchids here inside the conservatory, it is absolutely beautiful. But not only that, the smell is incredible as well. So, if you can get a chance to get down to Kew Gardens and get to the orchid display, it's on until the 3rd of March, and you can get your tickets online, but you do need to get an entry ticket for the ground and then get a ticket for the orchids. And I can tell you, the queue waiting for those that had already pre-booked to get in was massive. So, make sure you do get in. Right, let's get round and let's show you some of the orchids. Now, the first part is all within the cactuses here, and then what you've also got, as you can see here, you've got various animals. You've got lemurs, you've got various animals that are around as well. So it's not just the flowers, but they've done a great display of everything as well. The bird you can see here is a life-size replica of a flightless bird, a giant extinct one, which are called Varumbe, which means big bird in Malagasy. The biggest of these birds were 860 kilograms, 3 to 4 meters tall, and with eggs 170 times that of the volume of a chicken's egg. Wow, what an omelette! What really strikes you when you come into here is the fact of the humidity and also the water steam that goes around as well to keep all these flowers in a fantastic condition. And just look at this water feature. So not only have you got the orchids, you've also got on here a chameleon and a snake wrapped around this tree branch, which has been put in the middle here, as well as raccoons and birds. And you're also going to see a water buffalo as well. But just look at the arrangements of the flowers. And also in a minute, we're going to show you they've actually got fish in here as well, which are massive. Kew Gardens has been open since 1759. Yes, that long ago. And if you fancy finding out about the history of Kew Gardens, we've got a podcast that we've done on this already. So if you go to your favourite podcast provider and find episode number 53, we cover off the history of Kew Gardens. I love the fact that they've included not just the beautiful flowers from Madagascar, but also all of the amazing animals as well. So if you're thinking of coming down here with children, there's little competitions on can you spot the number of chameleons or bats or even moths and the different types of animals there. So you've got great things to keep the children entertained as well whilst you're having a good look round. And how about this green vine which is growing from a tree, which is absolutely beautiful. In fact, it almost looks very, very mint in colour, but doesn't smell anything like it. It's got such a sweet smell. And welcome to Chameleon Corner. There you go, just look at these beautiful colours that they've done of these animals here, again with all of the orchids around them. One thing I love to cover off is about the accessibility, and that's because many people that are watching this are thinking, actually, is this for me? Am I able to get round? Are there many steps? I can tell you it's completely flat and it's on one level, so that makes that really easy to get around. If you've got a wheelchair and you're coming round in a wheelchair, they give you a manual wheelchair to go round with because it's really important, because with the water features, electric wheelchairs are not allowed in here, so you can't take that in. And also during the Orchids Festival, there's a note on the website that actually says buggies are not permitted in here during the Orchids exhibition, so that's one thing to take into account. Now earlier I mentioned fish, and this one is an absolute whopper swimming around, and when I first saw it I actually thought it was the reflection that was making it large, and then it came in quite close and believe you me, it's a big lad. Madagascar is an incredible place with not only stunning natural beauty but incredible biodiversity, and this exhibition sort of brings that to life. So not only do you get these amazing flowers and also these animals as well, but it gives you an idea of what's going on in the way of conservation as well. So it gives you that striking contrast from the spiny forests to the different woodlands, and there's a film that's on display as you go round, and it's in one of the rooms off the display here, which you can go in and see some of that as well. Plus also you see some of the conservation work near the end that they've actually done. Now I don't know if you know this, but Madagascar is home to some of the world's rarest plant species, with over 40,000 of its plants found nowhere else in the world, which is absolutely incredible. Now one of the great things, and we're just showing you it here, is there's a number of arches that you can walk through as you go through the exhibition, and the flowers that are hanging off them are absolutely incredible, but they're also brilliant for great pictures, and it's one of those places where you get a bottleneck of people taking lots and lots of photos of themselves underneath the arches. So it's one to watch out for, but just look at the beautiful flowers you've got on this arch here, and near the end there's even a whole series of them, and we're going to bring you that yet. Last time we covered the orchid display here at Kew Gardens, it was 2 years ago when they covered the orchids coming from Costa Rica. So I'll put a link to that video in the top right hand corner, so if you fancy watching that after, you might want to click on there for more amazing colours and flowers as well. Now trying to pick your favourite's almost impossible, but this has to be one of them, and the other one is this one coming up now, this yellow vivid, which almost reminds me of a giraffe. I really hope you're enjoying our video of Kew Gardens 2024 and the Orchid exhibition from Madagascar, and hopefully it's giving you a flavour and you're certainly getting some of those beautiful colours that are coming in there. Now one thing we're going to do during 2024 is bring you more events that are happening in London as they happen, and we've got Christie's to come very, very shortly, an auction there of some incredible artwork, including some, well, you just wait and see, that's coming up at the beginning of March. And we've also got a brand new Lego exhibition that's opening in London very, very soon as well, and we'll be bringing that to you almost as it opens as well. So you might want to subscribe to the channel just to make sure you don't miss out. The orchid display this year is absolutely incredible. I didn't come last year because I'd been the previous year, and I thought, oh, do you know what? Once you've seen one orchid, you've seen them all. It's one of those ones where the more you go round, the more you think, do you know what? I'm going to put my phone away and I'm actually going to go and enjoy it. But every time you turn a corner, there's even more beauty, which you just can't believe. Or they've done some styling, which just makes everything look incredible, including these two massive pillars and yet another water feature, just displaying off the orchids even better. So it's without doubt one of those exhibitions. So a massive well done to Kew Gardens. You've done another great job. So what did you think of the orchid display from Madagascar this year at Kew Gardens? Do let us know in the comments down below. And have you been, or are you thinking of going? Also, do let us know. And also, if you've seen these orchids in real life and have been to Madagascar, or alternatively watching from Madagascar, because we have watchers and viewers from all over the world, do let us know in the comments down below. Now, we're going to give you a more thorough tour of Kew Gardens in our video in the top right hand corner, which includes not just the temperate house, but also the Palmer house, and also other great features here at Kew Gardens. If you're thinking of coming down, this will help you to see what's on offer down here. So if you click on that video, I'll see you in there.